It's funny. I just had physical therapy show up to the house at 4:30 before D&D tonight.
Is it bad that I matched with a girl on Tinder and I told her she was a tall? I said, "Well, aren't you a tall glass of water?" And then I said, "What is a pirate's favorite letter?"
No, that's good.
And welcome everybody to Pregame for Session 74 of Sword Coast Chronicles. I am DM Galabond, and you are listening to the dulcet tones of Sirenscape. This is a sound set called Friendly Tavern, and we will be listening to this until we get started at the top of the hour. I am gradually being joined in the Roll20 and in the Discord by the players. We have an exciting, momentous event set up for us, where we left off last time, and we will do a recap at the top of the hour. And meanwhile, I also want to remind everybody, go check out Mo over at the Tabletop Bellhop. Mo is the OG when it comes to all things tabletop games, card games, board games, party games, you name it. If you can play it on a tabletop, Mo has everything you need over at the Tabletop Bellhop. And he's got a whole galaxy of links to people making content, podcasts, YouTube videos, live streams about all kinds of tabletop games. And if you're on the Twitch, please follow us or subscribe to the channel. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the stream, share the stream, tell your friends about us. And we will be getting started shortly. Players, how are you all doing tonight?
Hello.
Hello.
You know, it would help if I turned my microphone on. I'm like, I'm doing good. And all of a sudden I realized there's nothing in my peripheral vision showing me that I have my mic boom down.
Yeah.
My day just got a whole lot better.
Oh?
Yeah. Because
we're playing
out. That's right. I'm hanging out with my friends.
And we're playing D&D.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of playing D&D, welcome everybody. The clock on the system tray has hit 8 p.m. Most of our players are here, so that means I'm going to turn down the background music for just a moment. And I'm going to go into the recap. And I'll bring us over to our map while we do that. Last time on Sword Coast Chronicles, the party was on the flying castle of Linar Mall. They had spotted the Morkoth, this strange ship that is fashioned to look like a giant squid that is carrying the chained up form of King Hekaton on it. And if you look in the hold, you can see King Hekaton wrapped in chains there in the hold of the ship. All 28 feet of him. And the party coordinated with a group of whale riders that are storm giants on killer whales that are converging on the ship. And some of them flew by magic, and some of them teleported by magic down to the ship from the flying castle. And at the very end of the session, the party all appeared along with their giant allies, and cries of "We're being boarded" went up from the crew of the ship. I want to double check that we have... okay, looks like we're missing Paul, and... okay, James is on his way. Let me double check with Paul. All right. So, meanwhile, while we're waiting for them, any last questions or anything that you all have about logistics or the layout of the battle? The battlefield, I should say.
Here, like, are these the bad guys?
I'm sorry?
Where's the bad guys that we're killing? Like right here?
Oh, the bad guys on the top deck, yes, are these guys back here in this area, and these guys up here in this area. And there may be some other decks as well. Okay. Also, not pictured because it's not apparent to the defenders at this point in time. Although it was apparent to you guys looking down from high above. In areas about right here and right here, and right here on this side, as well as over here on this side and over here on this side, you know that not too far below the surface of the water, there are the whale riders closing on the ship. So they are not far away, but their presence has not yet been noted by the defenders, which is why they're not on the battlefield yet. Okay. In that case, all right, I think we have everybody now except Paul. We'll go ahead and I think we'll get started, and we'll let Paul jump in when he can. Okay, so with everything that you know about the battlefield, you guys can go ahead and roll some initiative.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah, we
can.
can hear you.
So I missed the full description, but one question: was there a humanoid figure on top of the mast?
Is there a humanoid figure on top of the mast? Actually, yes, there is. We'll just put that guy. We'll say that guy's on top of the mast.
The crow's nest, I guess, is
The crow's nest.
the proper term.
Yeah, that guy would be up in a crow's nest, and he seems to be. You guys had seen him from above, where he seemed to be kind of dozing. Now that the cry of alarm has gone off, he's kind of, well, you don't know exactly what he's doing, but he seems to be kind of coming awake. So I am going to add some turns for the...
You know it's messed up when the wizard has a higher initiative than the rogue.
So yeah, I got a 32.
Yeah,
Wow, 32.
I just rolled crappy.
Because I have Gift of Alacrity, so I get an additional D8. A roll a D8. Yeah, minimum initiative for me, for my character, is a 9. This is as low as I can go.
Goodness. Okay.
Good to get the wizard out front.
So that's a +8. So then how do you get a 30?
No, I rolled a 27, and then I rolled a D8, and I got 5. So that's a total of 32.
Okay. Okay. It's that extra D5. Okay, so we have allies, we have enemies.
Yeah, and then and Kroner just automatically get to add their intelligence modifier to our initiative rolls. So that's why my minimum is I start off with 8. So if I roll a 1, I get 9.
Okay. We're getting your giant allies on here. And then, so let's see. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay. And then. And let's see. All right, there we go. Now we'll get some battle music going. And I need these guys. Okay. All right, so and then so we have, do we have Storm Giant? We don't have Storm Giant yet. We need Storm Giant. Okay. And then we need the... Yeah, those guys are just mounts, so we don't need them. And... Oh. I need one more enemy. So we need to figure out what he is going to do down in his cabin. Okay. All right. And okay. All right, I believe that it's safe to say, Mulek, that you are up.
Okay, and just to clarify, I've got the 4 humanoid creatures here. This one's up in the crow's nest, and then these 3 humanoids are over here, and that's all I see for enemies right now.
You see 4 enemies. Well, you see 5 figures over there. You see 5 figures over there. You see this guy at the tiller. This guy I'm pinging at the tiller. You see this guy down behind the mast. And you see these 3 on the deck. And it looks like they are stationed at Ballistae. Ship-mounted Ballistae. Which, now that you guys are on the ship, that doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
So, does the person that I see here, is that, what does he look like, or what do I see?
What does he see?
Like, does he look different than the others? Does he look like maybe he's a captain or a leader of the others? Can I tell?
Players, I need you to be paying attention to the map. We have a question about somebody that
I'm so sorry. I was
see.
trying to figure something
right.
out. Okay.
All right.
What did you say? I apologize.
What does Mulek see when he looks at this creature here?
Chains around the ankles and basically.
Well, describe.
I'm so sorry. Physical description. You see a fugly half orc that is bald, but strangely has facial hair, but in the style of like braids and beads and stuff like you'd see on a dwarf. And huge scar going from basically top lip up the side of his right side of his face that actually exposes the gums and some of his teeth, and it looks like it's just healed that way. It's been that way forever. Rather skin's got lots of little nicks and scars and everything that show up white against his kind of grayish color skin. And he's wearing like let's see here, I believe he's wearing some chainmail. Yep, so he's wearing chainmail that's belted on.
Okay.
And he is pretty tall. So
Yeah, and there's if you can see his legs, he's got shackles around his ankles with a length of chain between them. He also has an iron collar around his neck, and there is a chain leading up a little bit, and it's probably on a hook on the backside of the mast from you, but you can't see it exactly where it's affixed.
Okay.
From your position.
Yeah, as soon as I see that he's chained, I'll just think that he's some type of prisoner, but not a leader of this group. And then I see someone at that's the wheel. He's at the wheel.
Yep.
This guy. All right.
Yeah, that person is also a half orc. That person is wearing studded leather armor, has a short sword at his belt, and the hilt of a crossbow peeking up over one shoulder. Is dressed classic pirate, with all the accoutrements, bandana and earrings and just tattoos and stuff like that. Sun baked, like he has been at sea for a long time, and looking not best pleased that there are giants on his ship.
Okay. What I would like to... How tall is the mast? Or the crow's nest? How high would...
About how high is the crow's nest? The crow's nest is maybe 40 feet above the deck.
Okay, so I won't be able to get him. Okay, so what I would like to do is I am going to, since this guy looks like he's steering the ship or might be some type of leader, I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. So it's a 30-foot cube, and I want it to just basically cover so that these guys are on the end of it, and then it comes out back towards this way.
Okay. All right.
So it'll get these 5, but it won't be tall enough to get the one on the crow's nest.
Okay. So we're gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think 30. So about like so. And then
actually hold on. I guess I've got someone next to me, right? Is this guy next to me?
You've got 4 people right here, right in front of you.
Right, but is this guy within striking distance? Because I probably can't cast that spell if he's right next to me.
You are up a little bit, so he's like maybe he's just out of the 5-foot range. He's down like about 3 feet because that deck is set down a little bit, and those ballistae are mounted so that they shoot out just above the deck. It gives them kind of like a little cover. You are basically on a ledge that looks down about 3 or 4 feet to them.
Got it. All right, so I can at least cast this to start with.
Yeah, you can cast it. Yeah, you can cast it, and he's it's not his turn, so he's still like, what? So yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
There's my favorite barbarian.
If you haven't done so already, go ahead and roll initiative and turn rate. And then when you do, we're just at the top of the first round. So we'll go ahead and add you. I'll slide this up to put you in order.
People might have a plan, so I'm happy going last.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's several people ahead of you, so.
That's good.
Oh, and I guess I should have prefaced, after I dropped Thaldohr down, I transformed back to human shape, because I did come down as a giant owl.
Okay. All right. Tack, then I think we're going to need you to make what kind of a saving throw? It's a wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw. You got to beat a 17.
Okay, so...
Wait, isn't Tack too high up?
No.
Nope. And I just made a natural 20.
Nice.
This guy is too high up. The one.
I need 3. I need 3 for these guys. Fail, fail, fail.
Oh, we can't see the rolls, but okay.
Oh, God bless it. Son of a...
Got him on whisper again.
Okay, so...
Sneaky.
Cultist, let's do this.
One heck of a way to start off there. Tack with a nat.
I probably jinxed myself now.
All right, so there's that. Then I'm gonna make sure this guy is never whisper. Okay. And we're going to roll his save. Oh, he got a nat 20 as well.
I
right.
didn't see the roll, but
yeah, I'm getting a stupid slow down message from Roll20.
Yep.
All right. So that's the saving throw for those guys.
Okay, and then I will bonus action use my free Misty Step to bounce back here.
Okay, so these guys are all affected by the
Oh, actually, you
All
know
right.
what? I'll save my Misty Step because you said he wasn't within 5.
Yeah.
So I'll just step around and come up here behind the group.
Okay. All right.
I'll put my hammer in front as well, give you cover.
And I will
now
yell.
does, now
Oh, go
does
ahead.
the hypnotic pattern stay in place, or does it just disappear?
It's like a flash. It's like a flashbang. It just flashes.
Okay.
And then those in the area can either be affected or not.
Yep. Okay. So they were. All right.
And
You
then
done?
as I'm running back, I yell at Casper to help distract. And so Casper's gonna come up here and distract this one as I'm running past, and then come back here. So whoever attacks him will have advantage next.
Okay. Falazure, you are next.
All right.
There are 4 targets immediately in front of you, and several targets at the back of the ship.
What is
and
my
one
visibility?
in the crow's nest.
My question is when we landed, I didn't really have time to like position my token, and I'm wondering if I have some freedom to do that, or because we're kind
Well, as part, what you can see from where you are, you can see these 4 guys. This is an owl that is up in the air, so that doesn't impede your movement. You see the giants around you, and then you see these guys here. Now, if you can probably see the form of the storm giant chained down in the bottom of the hold. However, to get to him, you'd have to get past these guys here.
I got it. So is it acceptable for me to say that I see every token or creature represented by these tokens on this ship?
Oh, yeah. The only ones you would not see the ones on this deck because this is underneath.
Okay.
Underneath.
Well, by that point, then I cast Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
Spirit Guardians.
And I choose.
That's a 15-foot.
Yes, and I choose all my allies that I see around me, including the cloud giants, the fire giants, the stone giants, the frost giants. Our group are all targets that I choose not to be affected by my Spirit Guardians and the owl.
Okay. You have a preference on the color of that Spirit Guardian?
Probably something blue, something helmish. So basically, some angelic knights come out and
Yeah, keep it up. Flavor for magic is one of the best things for it. Keep going, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're wearing cowboy hats.
Gee.
I'm kidding.
And then let's do. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a. Okay, that's kind of a dark blue. Let's go with. Okay, that'll be a brighter blue.
Okay. And then I'm going to move right here.
Okay.
As a movement, I'm going to. I know I do it, but I feel like for what all that she can do is important. So I give Belle inspiration. And I say, let's kick some ass, Bale.
Okay.
And I give her inspiration. And that is the end of my turn.
So that is a better. No, that's fine. That's a better symbol for bardic inspiration. A little. Right, okay. Now we're done. Or now, and you say you're done. Okay. So, next, somewhere down below in the hold, there is a disturbance. A human comes running out of a cabin, and he looks around, and he says, You fools! Protect the chains! Don't let them get to the chains! He yells, and he will then he will then cast a what does this do? Okay.
I see that distance measuring.
Yep, I couldn't, and I can't reach him either.
Yep.
Okay.
Dang, I shouldn't have moved.
We can't predict these things. That's what makes it fun.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Okay. I need to know. All right. He is going to cast a spell. And this spell causes a translucent, near transparent barrier to appear in this barrier. Let's see. This barrier goes right about. Oh crap! No, it doesn't go right there. It goes here. Now it's an up to barrier. Doesn't have to be the full size, but he puts it basically right behind these guys, and he and so let's see, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60 feet, and then in this area here, this area here, 10, 20, 30, 40, it's 20 feet tall. So, and it shimmers, and what he has cast is he has cast this. He has cast Wall of Force.
Mm-hmm.
So, a visible wall of force springs into existence at a point you choose within range. Wall appears in any orientation you choose, as horizontal or vertical barrier at an angle, be free floating or resting on a solid surface. You can form it into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with and it's 10 by 10 panels. Each must be contiguous to another panel. Any form of wall is a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, all right. Lasts for the duration. And he does not put it anywhere, but basically he puts it between you guys and this big gaggle of giants and himself. And so it just sort of shimmers there.
I think it also acts as total cover, so we can't target anyone behind the wall. Is that correct? Not for me, for the spellcasters, because nothing can physically pass through it, but spells aren't physical, but they do travel. I'm pretty sure it acts as cover.
Can you post the spell in Roll20?
Oh, crap. Dadgummit.
Well, would we know?
I did, but unfortunately,
Got it.
Would we know the spell?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't mind you telling us, but would we know?
As characters, probably not. I think this is the first time I've seen we've encountered this. You may have studied something about it in a book, perhaps.
Well, was the wall of force at the dwarven stronghold? And was that a wall of force that we saw earlier? That was protecting. In Gracklestug.
I think you're right. I think that was a wall of force. Yeah, you're right.
I think it was.
So we would have seen it before.
Yes.
Yeah, and just because I had screwed that up before. Now can you see it when I?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Stupid NPC.
Yeah, that isn't you screwing it up. That's the sheets being dumb. Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Dadgummit.
Yeah, the sheet was invisible.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a yeah, I'm gonna say it gives cover in a sense that you can't cast spells through it. But you can obviously see things on the other side of it.
And we can't Misty Step through it, correct?
Correct, because it extends into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, dang it.
Blocking ethereal travel through the wall.
This is pretty fun.
So that's his turn. Belle, you are up.
Belle kind of look at it and look at the guys like below us, and she'll say, "Are they in our way? I think they're in our way. You know what? I had to deal with a lot of kids, and I am not in the mood of people being in my way. Okay?" So she is going to make them glow.
Hey, fairy fire.
Oh, fairy fire. Okay,
Yep.
so they get a dexterity save?
Yes.
Dexterity save. Okay, so
Spell
they
save
are...
DC 16.
Yep. So that's 1 made it, 1 missed, 2 missed, 3 missed. Okay, so the first guy makes it. The second guy, we're going to do the... Oh, I had it last week. I'm gonna try it again here. Color... Down 80. All right. So this is going to be 5, and the hex code is this. Okay.
I gotta have like a gold tinted aura just coming around them whenever they get casted with fairy fire.
Oh,
Like a sprinkle of fairy dust, like a gold fairy dust, or is it like more like a wave of gold? How would you describe it?
I was thinking more like, you know, when fireworks go off, like,
Yeah.
they just go kaboom, and then like little tiny like little things keep on popping off.
The little
They're gonna be like
crackles.
with little pop rocks on them that just keep on cracking.
Oh, okay, yeah. I get you. So
Cool.
like firework explodes and then like the little tiny sparks hit them and then those sparks keep going pop, 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 pop.
F7 EF8A. Pound F7 EF8A.
Then she'll turn to Kinraid specifically and say, "You know what? You should go ask them a question, you know?"
Oh, that's a great idea, but they may not understand my accent.
Oh.
Hey, Kraid, why don't you take them to the mall?
I don't get it.
The mall? I'm shopping? I want to go shopping. When I get more treats and I get more fish. Talk about fish. Do we have any more of those?
I could tell you 100 axe jokes, but I don't actually know any more jokes.
I was going to say, nice to maul you.
Falazure
good.
gave you like
That's
10
good.
pounds of dried fish? What?
Yes, we did.
And all the jerky, yeah.
Belle will be giving Kinray the bardic inspiration though,
Thank you.
with
Okay.
asking them a question.
Nice.
A bardic inspiration through pun. I'm down with this.
Okay, so bardic inspiration. All right. I don't know if you can see there are auras around the three guys. This guy made a save, so he's not got it. But this guy here has an aura. This guy here has an aura, and this guy here has an aura. So, but they're under Falazure's aura. All right. Anything else, Belle? Ivy, anything else, or are we?
Did you not hear me?
Okay.
No.
Nope, I didn't hear. We didn't hear your response. Okay, Krenraid, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna wreck it. I can
I'm going to get.
go.
I can
10
fix it.
feet. Oh no, I can break it. That's what I can do. Gonna leap down next to. Well, I suppose on top of him. Not sure how, because if Bliss is there, he's there. Whoop, I'm going on top of him. Let's see what happens. I'll let you flavor that.
Okay, you leap down and make me a dexterity save.
Happily. Bonk. 13.
13. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a dexterity save for this cultist. 20. Okay. You wind up landing partly on him, and he sidesteps out of the way, and you wind up falling prone.
Oh.
And he winds up. So you're in this square where you landed, and he winds up stepping out of the way and avoids falling prone.
That's fine. I still have enough movement to stand up. So if I'm able to do that this turn, I will.
Yeah. If you have half your movement, you can stand up.
Yep. 35. God bless barbarian movement.
Okay.
So.
You are in a target-rich environment.
Yep. Whack. Luckily, I don't have to reckless attack because someone gave me the sparky bangy stuff, and they're in a lovely bit of spirit guardian, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Anyway, whack. First bonus action going into a rage, and then bringing down the Mauls, standing up and coming down the first person to my left. Thaldohr's just below Thaldohr.
Okay.
Which has an advantage, so I apologize. So that's another roll. That's lucky you had advantage. 19.
Yeah, that's going to hit 19, and you deal 16 plus 9 is 25, plus 2 is 27.
Yep.
Krenraid, how would you like to kill this guy?
Well, seeing as he's got like these very shiny pop rocks on him, I feel like I'm probably going to aim the hammer at where the pop rocks are, because, that looks like that's a combination made in heaven. And then just wherever those are, bring it down, smash him in the chest.
Okay. You smash this guy into something of a cultist paste. And there's parts of his innards splatter onto this wall of force, onto his buddies, and even onto this fire giant over here. And the fire giant points at Krenraid and goes, ha, 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 ha. And the smell of ammonia rises from these three guys next to Krenraid.
Smelling that all too familiar smell. I'm probably going to just turn at them and say, I would jump off the ship now if I was you.
And they kind of... okay, do you have a second attack or not?
I have 3 more attacks.
Okay.
So I'll carry on. Oh no, only 2. I apologize, because I already used my bonus action to rage. I'm a liar. Anyway, carrying on. Bonk.
Okay,
Guy
can you...
directly next to the other
Can
guy.
you- Okay, so this guy here,
Yep, 22.
22, that will hit for 20
2.
points. For 22, that guy is out of it.
Right, GWM attack. Last one. Guy to my direct left, right in front of me.
Okay.
I'm spinning around right now like Garen or something. 20 plus
Jesus.
rage plus DWM.
Okay, and that guy is out of here. And this guy here, he is just completely quaking in his boots.
Should have jumped off the ship.
And anything else, Krenraid?
No, I'm very happily going to end my turn there, looking very bloodthirstily at the last guy remaining. Just jump, save yourself. You don't have to die today.
Okay. And then the guy at the tiller. He takes a step over here and attack. You can see that as he steps over, he pulls a dagger out of his belt. And then he goes and he plunges it into the back of the guy that just cast the Wall of Force.
Oh, look at him.
Nice.
Well, Tack knows something about that.
Mhm.
He does.
So he is going to use his assassinate. Oh no, wait. Sorry, he can't do that because the guy's taking a turn. But he's just going to.
Oh, because it took a turn already. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he has
Well-
an ally next to him.
Hey, yes. At this point, Rool thinks he has an ally, so that lets him do his sneak attack. So he is going to attack the captain with his short sword. 24.
Wow.
So 24, and then our 4d6. So that is 6 and 14. That is 20 damage to this guy. Which then means that this guy has to make a concentration check. And he makes it. And the captain turns around and says, "You damnable half-breed! I'll feed you to the fishes!" And the half-orc looks at the other half-orc and says, "Now, brother, it's our chance." And that is that. So Thaldohr, you are up.
Hey, was there a poison damage aspect to that attack?
Let me double check. Short sword. Oh, actually, there was. Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
26. That's
So-
26. That's 26 more
And
damage.
he fails the concentration check.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, he rolled for the concentration.
Well, no,
But minus
no.
the poison, he didn't put the poison damage in.
That
Yeah.
So it's a double constitution roll, right?
No.
Well, it's a what he really failed is he really failed the poison check. So he takes all the poison damage. He's only rolled one con check. So now, once I figure out how much damage he's taken, he'll have to roll for. So it was 20 and 26. So that's minus 46. So 46. So that means his con save is going to be a 23, right? So now his con save or his concentration check is a 23, and that fails. Okay, so the shimmering wall of force falls.
The moment I see it fall, I rip up my crossbow and shoot for dagger dart.
Okay.
Hmm.
19.
19 will hit. And he will take a total of 23 damage.
Nice.
Did you get sneak attack?
Yeah, because an ally. Well, I would assume when Thaldohr saw him stab dagger dart, it's like, oh, we have an ally. I can make a perception check if you'd like.
Does that work, or do you need to hide first?
Oh, I could hide behind a giant.
Yeah, there's plenty of cover.
Yeah.
Actually, in a weird sort of way, yeah. This guy is an ally because he's turning on his own captain. So, in a weird sort of way, he is an ally. And between those two attacks, Soul's Dagger Dark is now bloodied.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that would make sense. He's shocked by
Well, I
getting
watched
stabbed,
it.
you know.
Oh, right.
He just
I
got
watched
back
it.
stabbed. Yeah, and then you got him from the other side.
Yeah, I got him
Yeah.
from the front. Yeah, so
that's terrifying. You know, you get stabbed in the back and then immediately shot with a crossbow bolt in the chest. Ah, Jesus!
so then Thaldohr is going to be like, look, I'm not trying to get away, but I got to make myself scarce. So then I'll jump to hide.
Okay. Where are you gonna?
24. Right behind
Okay.
a giant.
Okay, so move yourself where you want to be to hide.
I can pretty much duck right behind his legs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then the next thing that happens is the two stone giants. So the stone giants, they will take their movement. They'll go. All right, 10. Yeah, he can get there, and he can get there. All right, so he walks up here, takes a big step over Falazure, and stomps a big foot down on top of this cultist as he goes.
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be.
Splat.
That's gonna be a. I'm just gonna make that a straight strength check, because he does not have proficiency on stomping. He doesn't normally have a stomp attack. 15. A 15 will hit this guy's armor class. And let's see. If a stone giant steps on you, how much damage do you think you'd take? Somebody throw out a number of d6s.
It depends how fat is this. How fat is he overweight? Is he underweight? You know,
At least an 8d6, I think.
It's 'cause
I think
it's something like
8d6 is about right. /R8d6. 28. Okay, yeah, this guy's paced.
Grenray did warn him to jump off the boat.
Yeah.
I tried.
So he gets about like here, and when he moves by Crenraid, that guy is just flat.
Oh, it's like jam. I didn't know that the body could do that.
This other storm giant moves up here, nimbly stepping over everyone, and they reach down, and they just begin. They grab at the chains and they start pulling on the chains that are binding that. But that is their entire turn. Okay, now these cloud giants. So what did the cloud giants do? Let's see. Val is the cloud giant. Cloud giant will Cloud giant will use a fling attack on this guy, and because he's dazed, he just throws him out into the water.
Yeah, you can't resist it.
And then he steps up here next to this guy. This one will throw this guy out into the water, and will step up here. Tack, you see these giants. They just are grabbing people and throwing them off the boat. So be aware of that. Then the frost giants. Let's see. The frost giants are. Dylan? Whoops. Come on here. There we go. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna just do this because that's all screwed up. Okay, come on. There we go. Dumb, stupid thing. Frost giants. They. Oh, yeah. 20 to 60. Okay. So, he gets to move. He gets to move how far? 40 feet. I need this. Okay. He will go over and stand here. And then he will reach down and grab at the chains. And he will make a strength check.
He's some clever boys. They know what's up.
He just pulls at them. This guy will go over and he'll put 1 foot in the boat, 1 foot on the deck, or one foot on the edge of the boat, 1 foot on the deck, and he'll reach down and he'll make a strength check. And okay, when he makes a strength check, this chain over here, it snaps. So there's gonna be like a red thing. This chain over here is snapped. All right. Then Karanicus, you're up.
All right. So the guy in front of me, Mr. Captain, my captain, How bad is he looking?
He's bloodied.
Okay.
And he's in shock that his first mate,
Has the first mate taken any damage or had anything done to him?
nope, not yet, but he's got a big cloud giant looming over him that doesn't look very happy.
All right. Well, at this point in time, so you said that I have a collar around my neck, chains on my feet, and then you said there was another chain going where?
No, the chain from the collar around your neck goes to a hook on the mast, and you have about 10 or 12 feet of movement, so you can get to the captain because he's right in front of you.
Do I have enough chain to wrap it around his neck?
As an improvised attack, or like it making a grapple attack on him, yeah, you could make it.
I have this lovely little thing here.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, I am going to increase my strength.
Okay, did you already do that? Because that is something that when you take that feat, it should do that automatically. It should.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I've got to go back and check. I don't think I did.
All right. So that's not something that happens when you use it. It's something that's just a static all the time.
All right, gotcha.
As soon as you take the feat.
Okay. So
let's not worry about it now. Just do it without the bonus.
Nope.
And then
fine.
after the fight, you'll do that.
Okay. So going to take the chain and grab it, wrap it around his neck, and begin to squeeze or twist it. What do I need to roll for that?
So you need to roll an unarmed. Okay, so then roll an unarmed strike.
Okay.
1d20 plus your proficiency.
Yeah, it's a feature that is on the character sheet. So 15, 15 will hit.
And it looks like it added the +4, so
It did,
I think you got it in there. Yeah.
Okay.
And 9.
9 bludgeoning damage. Okay.
And let's see here. Okay.
Oh, it did. Yeah, there's on the damage. It added 4 for a mod. So I got it.
Okay. So then
that is my.
Now your grapple, your bonus action. So roll a grapple check. That is an athletics check. So roll an athletics check. Oh, 8. So then that is opposed.
Is that
athletics or acrobatics? Whichever the person has better.
You're right. It's opposed by athletics or acrobatics. For the attacker, it's always athletics. For the defender, it's either one. So he is going to attempt an acrobatics, which he doesn't have trained, so it's a straight dex.
Would he be at disadvantage? Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, he slips out of it, and you can't get the chain around his. Or you don't get the chain around his neck. Basically, you grab him and you deal damage to him, but he after you deal the damage, he sort of squirms out of your grasp.
Okay. So
is how that.
All right.
You hurt him though.
Okay. So that was my bonus action and action, and
do you have multi-attack?
Yes, I actually do have an extra attack. So I want to punch him.
Okay, so make another unarmed attack. Oh, that'll hit. And then go ahead for 6 damage. Oh, yeah, this guy's just getting eat up all the heck.
Kind of feel bad for him, to be honest.
All right, and yeah, he knew there was a reason he didn't like half orcs. So, all right. Anything else?
Nope, not for the moment.
Okay, so you guys all see that happening. Now, the next thing that you all see is you all see a little puff of mist appear, which resolves into a storm giant. Another puff of mist appear, which resolves into a storm giant. And these you would think are some of the whale riders. And then let's see. This guy appears, or yeah, let's just, I actually do want it to be these two guys. Okay, so this whale and rider appear there. A whale and rider appear here. And a whale and rider appear over here.
I like the whale token.
Yeah. And then
Shamu.
there. Yep. All right. So, two of them. Oh. And then this guy just, this guy over here, he just reaches out and throttles this guy, like basically wrings his neck. And this guy will do the same to this guy over here. But then these guys, they will say, "For King Hekaton!" They scream out, and all of the giants, they raise their hands, and in a what they feel is a victorious effort. Then the next thing that happens is a figure clambers up onto the boat, and another figure clambers up onto the boat. And then this figure goes over here to clamber up onto the boat. And then this figure comes over here to clamber up onto the boat. And these are monstrous creatures that look like some kind of, monster from the deep. And they have a menacing look at the giants. Or in this case, this guy right here, Krenraid, he's kind of looking at you and Falazure, as well as this fire giant.
Do you reckon he's friendly?
No. He looks very
They might be
unfriendly.
giants.
Yeah.
I mean, it credits why they might be giants.
The musical group Istanbul and not Constantinople.
I mean, they're riding whales. There's big guys. These guys are also big guys. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch.
Yeah.
I more have Ballroom Blitz playing in my head right now.
Blitz, Ballroom Blitz.
Okay. Where did Rathos go to? Come on.
Oh. These guys that's doing their turn right now, are these allies or enemies?
Oh no, they're
They're
allies. They're allies. They're storm giants, like the king.
It's these guys. It's these
No.
guys that are the bad ones. The one that's
Okay.
So the Ifrit horrors coming out of the deep, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Cthulhu Cthulhu tricky mother truckers.
Oh, that's right. Dadgummit. Okay. So I need to make sure these guys never whisper at Dex. Okay. So I forgot. I know it's horrible, but I forgot to add them to the initiative. So they will join. They'll join the fight in the second turn. Okay. The Marrow. They clamber up and they will make attacks. This guy will hurl a this guy here will hurl a harpoon at the giant. 17, which will hit. And it deals oh, come on. It's auto roll crit and damage, right? Dumb things. Okay, I'm gonna do this again just for the damage. 11 piercing damage. Alright, so this giant takes 11 damage, and he's gotta do a strength check. So, strength check against a giant. Oh, that's a bad roll. And then the Marrow has a... Oh, yeah. So he actually pulls the giant over to him. This guy throws a harpoon at... actually uses a harpoon and melee against the fire giant. And that's an 18, so...
Wait, which one? Can you ping it?
Yeah, this guy, the one closest to you.
He immediately needs to pass. He needs to try to succeed on a wisdom save, DC 16.
Okay.
For the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Wisdom save.
My angelic boys get between him and that fire giant.
Yeah, he matches the 16.
Okay.
So he takes some damage at the start of his turn, so you can go ahead and roll damage.
Is it half? Scrolling up.
If he makes a save, I think it is half.
Half as much damage. Okay. So it's at 5th level. Let me see.
The 8 for each slot above the third, so an extra 2d8. So 5d8, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. Let's see if it did. Did that not work?
Yep. Because it says 5th level cast, so 30 damage.
So half of that's 15 radiant.
Let me just make sure. I don't think that they have any. Nope, they don't have anything against radiant damage. He is like, ah! He didn't like that. But he makes his attack. Harpoon melee. Come on. 22, that'll hit. And that's 12 damage to the fire giant. Fire giant doesn't like that very much. This guy will attack the storm giant. Melee 20. That's a hit for 11. And then this guy will attack. Go ahead and make he's got to make a what? There's another save. What was that save against the Spirit Guardians?
DC 16.
Wisdom. Okay. Oh, nat 20. So go ahead and roll the 5d8. He'll take half of it. Or do you just want to use the... Okay. Half of the...
Well, it happened... Well, it depends on how you rule it. If it's the start of the turn, then my first roll applies.
Because it's the start of the turn for both of them, because they're both the same creature.
Right, okay. So it'd be 15 then, if that's the way you're going to rule it.
15, yeah. Just to simplify it. Because we've got enough going on. Alright. Anything else? Alright. Next thing that happens is cultists. Okay. This cultist here, he
I didn't see a ping. Which one?
This guy here from the crow's nest.
Yep.
Right next to
He
you.
will shimmy down the crow's nest, and there's like really no good place to go. There's giant, there's the captain, there's a half-orc, 2 half-orcs that just attack the captain. He is going to push past the captain and run into the captain's quarters and slam the door.
Yeah, fair enough. I respect that decision. That's probably the right choice.
And then
Dang, my sound cut off. Did he just jump off the ship?
No. He ran into the captain's cabin.
Oh, he went down. Okay.
Yeah, he ran to the captain's cabin and barricaded the door behind him.
Then,
Nice.
They don't pay me enough for this crap.
these guys, I'm going to get them off of the ship because just they're dead already. And a bunch of people come out of this cabin.
Oh, shoot.
Sounds like whack-a-mole.
Yep. And
City's most bite.
a couple of them scramble up onto this deck here. Now,
They all ran up on the deck?
yeah. Now,
Spirit Guardians. Yeah.
Spirit Guardians. for every one of them.
Falazure is the Spirit Guardians. Is that a sphere? Actually, it doesn't matter because it's at the start of their turn. So
if they enter it, or
at the start of the turn if they're in it. So yes, if it's a sphere, they were already in it to begin with. So go ahead
It's a
and
sphere,
roll.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
says it is a self 15-foot sphere. So yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and roll that 5d6.
Twice because they started in it the turn before.
Nope,
or just
nope,
now?
nope,
Got
nope.
it.
Just
Got it,
now.
Got it.
Because this is their first turn. 21.
Not the
Okay. Well, let's see. One. Actually, it doesn't matter. So, body count for Falazure is very high.
Yep, figured.
Goodness gracious. Thaldohr, right. Thaldohr peeks out from behind the leg of the fire giant and looks and just nods his head with approval at Falazure.
There's a bunch of angelic demons that are literally tearing these cultists to pieces as they're climbing the bloody ladders.
Right, and I'm just smiling.
God. Yeah.
So they all had 10 or less hit points?
Yep.
Jeez.
Mooks.
And the giants, they all glare at Falazure.
Oh no.
And Crenraid, and they yell something in giant Crenraid. You hear, "Hey, no fun! Leave some for us!"
They're arguing you took their kills.
And
They
so,
had bigger problems on their hands.
okay.
Literally.
Then the fire giants. Oh, each of the fire giants has a marrow in front of them. So, the fire giants, they each get 2 greatsword attacks. So they
Fire
will,
giants are terrifying.
So 22 and 17. Both of those hit. Well, this guy is Sushi.
Nice.
And then let's see. The other guy, greatsword. Come on. 14 and 29. Oh, both hits. This guy's Sushi.
Sushi's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah.
I'm in the water.
More trees?
So they, yeah, they are.
God, Falazure is
They
not going
are-
to let Bill eat Moro. Come on now.
Yeah. They are dead, and we're back up to the top of the second round. Actually, Mulek, before you go at the top of the second round, there is some strange behavior that you notice from these 2 marrow and the killer whales. The killer whales immediately they roll over and their nose goes down, and then they make a powerful slap on the surface of the water with their tails, and they just start swimming away, seemingly as fast as they can, and they just sort of disappear.
Oh, jeez.
And that's all the killer whales you can see, and a couple of the storm giants. They look at that, and these marrow, their eyes just seem to almost freeze. They almost freeze at something. And then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to do this. Oh, come on. When I have this many character sheets open, everyone, is slower to open. Okay, so... Okay, that's going to be that. Okay. So, Mulek, you are up.
I yell out, "Something's coming!" And is this guy's dead, right? This cultist guy right in front of me?
Yeah, all of the cultists up there are dead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I missed that guy. So
There's a lot of people. Don't worry about it, Kelly.
Yeah. I thought he was. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm actually can I? How do I? I don't know how to do this. I'll just step up, and as I'm whispering to Falazure, I'm like, if this works, don't attack the wizard lady or the wizard guy up front. Is it a guy or a girl? I can't tell. Is it a guy?
Yeah, looks like it's a male.
Yeah, wizard. If this works, don't attack the wizard guy up front. And then I am going to try something new, see how it works. I'm going to cast Momentary Stasis on the spellcaster.
Momentary Stasis.
Yes.
Force a large or smaller to make a con saving throw. Okay, so let's do that. His con saving throw, 14. I think that fails, right? Okay.
Yep.
So unless the saving throw creature is encased in a field of magical energy at the end of your next turn, or until while in case the creature is incapacitated, has a speed of 0. Okay, so this guy is encased in a shield.
Yeah, so I look at Falazure. I said it worked. Don't attack the spellcaster. And then I'm just gonna stand there next to Kraken.
Okay. All right. Then you can go, Falazure.
Okay. Well, I'll be damned. I'm going to... I don't even know if I have a cantrip to even attack anything. Let me see. Toll the dead. Nobody's taking damage, right?
Only the guy that you were told not to attack. He's the only target that's taking damage.
Well, damn. I guess I can't do anything. I guess it's my turn.
You could ready in action.
You could ready in action. You could use Bardic Inspiration and give Bardic Inspiration to somebody else.
I was about to do that, actually. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Mulek. And I'll say... I'll say 10-4, good buddy.
Okay. So you now have Bardic Inspiration.
All right. I give him the thumbs up.
Okay. All right. The cat. I'm sorry.
I will move. Actually, I'm going to move up right here, next to, sort of in front of Kenraid, and step on these splatters of cultists, and that's my turn.
All right. The old Stagger Dark. He is incapacitated. Has a speed of 0. He just kind of, his eyes. Tack, you can see his eyes are just pools of panic.
Okay.
Belle, you are up.
She'll kind of look at all the dead cultists right in front of her and say, ew, they're bleeding. She'll kind of like kick one with her foot and say, you're gonna get my feet, yucky.
And you just kicked one. Okay.
You kick it, the deck is kind of slippery and it just slides off and goes into the water.
All the blood.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
She'll kind of like go right on the edge, like not jumping onto the other deck, but she'll kind of look at this person right here and say, "Itty bitty Barney Mo, catch your tiger by its toe. Which one's going to get blasted?" And she'll kind of like chuckle, and I'm just like, you know what?
Actually, this guy here, you have a frost giant between you and him, so it would be harder to see him. You can see this guy. You have an open view to this guy, so this guy would be easier to attack. This guy would have cover.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact there's a frost giant in your line of sight.
She picked the big dude, and she is going to be casting Guiding Bolt at the 3rd level on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using my Bardic Inspiration to get me a D8?
Okay.
Well,
Is it a D8?
does a 17 hit or miss?
17, that'll hit.
Oh,
So roll some damage. And it's 4d6, and then what level were you casting it at?
Is that 3rd level?
So 22 points of damage. Alright. He's not quite bloodied, but he didn't like that very much.
And next roll against him has advantage.
Next roll against him has advantage, so he's got that little thing there.
And she'll kind of like cough into her hand and look at Falazure and say, I need to lift down. I'm only so small, you know. She'll underturn here.
Okay.
He yells back. He's like, I'm sure you'll somehow land on your feet.
Karaticus. The first mate. He has a big grin on his face, and he looks at the captain. He says, "I've been waiting for this day for a long time, Captain." And he is going to, at this point, I think it's safe to say that he kind of realizes you're not an ally, but he doesn't care. He's just single-minded in wanting to do this, so he won't get
I
any
haven't done
advantage.
anything to make him think otherwise.
Well, that's true. That's true. You haven't. You
He
have.
said time to rise up or whatever, and
You attacked. Okay,
I
so
attacked
yeah.
the captain.
So you're an ally within 5 feet, so he's going to make another attack with his short sword. He'll use the sneak attack, and he misses.
Yep.
he was so intent on ending the captain that he just misses.
He whiffs it.
And yeah, the ship rocks because of all of the giants moving around and everything, and his sword sticks into the side of the deck. Crenraid, you are up.
I don't know what's coming. We've got to break these chains. So, going down, however that works, to the chain area.
Yeah. And you can
Probably following the path of these dead people, or just jump over.
Yeah, you can put yourself either here, or you can put yourself over here.
Okay. I'll help this guy on this side with this chain.
Okay.
So, seeing that
make a
he's seen
strength
everything-
check.
Yep. I'm going to add... Well, I'll see what happens first. I might add thank you for the inspiration. I will not forget it. It's with advantage.
Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, audience, for inspiration. 18. Okay, you pull. These chains are very strong, and that's not. 18 doesn't.
+7 from Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, +7 from Bardic Inspiration for a 25. Yes, with a satisfying snap, the chain breaks. And then, so this chain here, whoops. No, dadgummit, it's not a box. It is, in fact, a free hand. Okay, so it's whoop, whoop. That chain is broken. All right.
Lovely.
So then this giant is back there. All right. Anything else?
What's King Hekaton's condition? Is he awake?
Okay. Good question.
Now that I
for
can
you.
see him.
Yes, now that you can see him, King Hekaton's condition, it does actually tell us in here, and I can read this to you. All right. The 28-foot tall giant appears frozen in time, his eyes open and staring blindly into the sky. It seems like he is. I mean, his skin is cool but not cold, so it doesn't seem like he's dead. But he is not blinking at all with all this activity going on. It's like he's in some sort of trance or some sort of magical stasis, maybe.
Right, so I think he's hungover, so I'm going to punch him.
Okay.
Hungover, let's punch him.
And I don't understand, time stasis and wibbly wobbly, whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, go ahead and punch him.
wakey. D20. So,
16. Go ahead and roll your punching damage.
That's D4. Yeah, 1d4 plus 7 plus 2 from the rage. 12.
12. Okay.
Also, technically, and this isn't a choice, I have to include Divine Fury because it's not a may, it's a must.
Okay.
I'd rather not, and this is non-lethal damage, I will say. I'm not doing it in a lethal way.
Okay.
But I don't have a choice. I have to include that.
Okay. You punch him, and there's this loud smack, like you're hitting a side of beef or something. And the stone giant says, "Do not strike him. He is in stasis. We must break the chains to free him." And
Oh,
wake
sorry.
him.
I thought he was asleep. My bad. Sorry.
And and then he grumbles, "Stupid small folk." All right. The next thing that happens is you hear a tremendous noise, and a noise that sounds like wood splitting.
Yep. Let's go.
It basically, and then you hear the sound of, things creaking, and you hear the entire ocean sounds like it comes alive with a voice. And the voice seems to like resonate through the wood of the hull. And this voice, you can all clearly hear it. It says, "Daggerdark, you have failed me for the last time." And Karaticus, you can see Daggerdark's eyes go wide, and his eyes just turn completely red as blood just pours out of his eyes and pours out of his nostrils and out of his ears.
Thaldohr seen that before.
And just right in front of you, he dies. And accompanying that, there are a number of enormous tentacles that appear on either side of the ship.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
And and there is this just, and then like there's a roar underneath the ocean. And the fire giants are up next, and the fire giant is like, "Oh, gotta go!" He yells out, but he turns. These guys will turn, and they will take whacks at this thing. So they're clearly not scared, but they're concerned. So we'll do Rathos over here at the top. He that's a hit. That's a hit.
Nice.
Then Tartha at the bottom. That's a hit. That's a miss. So 22 and 36 is
58.
Yeah, minus 58, and then he takes 30 from the other guy. Okay. Yeah. That is the fire giants, and they just kind of look at you guys, and they go, "Okay, get King Hekaton free." Thaldohr, you are up. You see these enormous tentacles come up, and two of them over here, they get big slashes, but they begin to grapple onto the deck of the ship and start looking like they're about to try crushing it.
Well, thank God we have water breathing. I shout out to Mulek. Mulek, we're good. We can breathe, right?
Yes,
Good.
but we need to stay close.
Right. Falazure, we need to get the hell out of here. Crinraid, hurry, break the chains.
I'm trying!
Right. So, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Right now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take your token. I'm going to take this guy, take your token, bring it to the front.
Oh, fun.
And put that guy here and that guy here. Okay, so
Right.
now you can see your guy and move your guy around.
Right. So I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to get as close to Falazure and the rest of the group as I can. Then I'm going to say, what are we going to do about the two guys over there that tried to kill the captain?
I don't know. Are they on our side?
Well, I guess I saw him try to backstab the captain. I imagine they get better than leaving him here to die.
Let's worry about us first and the king. Let's get him free.
Well, that's fair. I do have a high strength. I don't know how high of strength I don't think I have enough strength to break the chains. So I look at Krenraid as he's working, and I give him a little bit of help. I tell him, if you hit the chain right there in the weak point, you might be able to break it just a little bit easier. So I give him the help action. You get advantage on your next attack roll on the chain.
Okay.
Or strength roll. And then I can't... You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to take a pot shot at the one that the giant that I was hiding behind was attacking. Why
this
not?
is just a heads up, but I already have advantage from the rage, so you may want to...
Well, that works. Then... That would be, you can't have double advantage.
The advice is still welcome, though, and Krenraid welcomes it heartily. It's just a free action, not your action. So, thank you.
This is the bonus action for me, so that's no big deal.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's fine. But I'm going to take a pot shot at the tentacle with my crossbow. Why not?
Okay.
27.
That'll hit for 22 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, so minus 22. Okay. Great. The two stone giants will make their attempts to break these chains over here. So Braxo, where are you? You are there. So strength check from him. 13. Golly. And then strength check from the other guy. There we go. All right. So between Braxo and Nextor, they managed to break these chains. No, God bless it. Why do you change the stupid tool, you dumb thing?
Do you want me to freehand it?
No, I've got it. Alright, alright, there we go. So now 3 out of the 4 chains are broken. And this cloud giant, the cloud giants will go. Count Thulin, or no, I'm sorry, Vol will Misty Step over here and attack. At the moment, this giant ignores you and reaches down, and he tries to break the chain. Ugh, and he
Which
fails.
one?
This big cloud giant that just appeared next to
which chain?
you. The only chain that hasn't been broken yet. This one here.
Okay.
So, all right, and then Count Thulin. He will. He will take his Morning Star, and he will attack the pirate right in front of him. This guy here. And he's gonna make he'll make an attack there. 22 for 20 points of piercing damage. Karaticus.
Yes.
This giant seems to be really angry with Rool and attacks him. This other giant takes this cultist and hurls him literally right onto this temple, this tentacle. And as soon as he hits the tentacle just squeezes, and you can hear bones crushing. And the guy is just immediately killed.
Okay.
And whoops, no.
Mr. GM.
Yes, and then he steps up and he's glaring at you.
Out of character, do I know what happened to my little black piece of fabric? Who has it? Where it's at?
The last time you saw it, it was in the captain's quarters.
Gotcha. Okay. So, the giant that's glaring down at me, and since I speak giant, I put my hands on my hips like a sassy dwarf, look up at him and go, "How about you and me? We have a drink later, yeah? I have some fine brew. You gonna help me?" And he kind of rattles the chain a little bit.
And when you rattle the chain, that's the first time he seems to realize that the chain is there. For so far, he's only seen you as a member of the crew of this ship. And then he says, "You come with us and tell us what you know." And he reaches down and he just sort of picks you up, and he doesn't, try to squeeze you or anything. He picks you up, and in that one motion, he lifts the chain off of that hook, and he says, "You come with me." And
he kind of tries to raise a hand and goes, "One moment, if I'm going to share the drink with you, I have to go get the holder of me drink. It's in the captain's cabin. Would you put me down so I can go get it? It's also got all me tools and everything."
And he says, "Where's the captain's cabin?"
And he basically turns and points to the door behind him.
Oh, so basically the cloud giant is standing on it. And the cloud giant, he just shrugs, and he looks over at Count Thulin, and he points down, and then he just takes a big booted foot and he just starts stomping on the deck, and you can hear timbers start to crack. And it's like, okay, he'll make an entrance.
That poor mook who locked himself in the cabin.
That poor mook that locked himself in there.
Oh, God.
And then I'll look up at the giant and go, "If you give me 30 seconds, I go in and also see if I can find some journals or some maps or something, too. But I can't do that if you keep putting your foot through the ceiling."
And then he sort of points over towards the tentacles. He says, "Me or that? It's gonna be busted soon enough."
I be quick, and so he disappears into the cabin.
Okay, so all right, make a okay, all right. So you head in there.
Mm-hmm.
Karaticus, and you find this cultist in there, and he's looking up because now there's this pounding on the ceiling above him.
Okay. He goes in and he looks at the cultist and goes, "Dude, you better leave. And leave quick. There's big tentacles coming up on all the sides of the boat."
And he just is kind of curled up in a corner over here. and he's just sort of rocking back and forth and just he's clearly completely lost it.
Okay. So he
Okay, let's see. You are in the captain's cabin. Cabin is a mess. Nautical books and navigational charts are strewn across every surface, including the bed, as are quills, loose sheets of blank parchment, empty wine bottles, and spilled jars of ink. Most of the furniture is bolted to the floor, including an unmade bed, a squid-shaped headboard, a writing desk stained with ink, an open trunk, a slender wardrobe stuffed with old robes, and a wooden cloak rack. And yes. So you do see a desk, and the desk has a drawer.
Okay. So I go over and rattle the drawer.
The drawer appears to be locked. If you don't have any kind of lock picking, you can make me a strength check.
Okay. Whoops, that's a strength save. Sorry. There.
Okay. Okay, 18, yeah. You yank on it and the lock shatters. And when it opens, you see your nice silk kerchief. You also see a heavy book that looks not quite like a ship's logbook. It's got some mystical runes and sigils and everything on the cover. You've been around dwarves and everything. Make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
14. Yeah, you're not sure if this would have any journals, but this might be a spell book.
Okay.
And it might be worth something.
He flicks out the kerchief, the black hanky, lays it on the floor, takes the book, drops it onto the black hanky, and then just starts reaching in for anything that he can grab a hold of and puts it in the hole. He'll sort it out later.
Okay, so
he might even grab the cultist and throw him in there too.
Okay, so throw the cultist in the portable hole. Throw some papers, logs, quills,
and then
stuff like
he
that.
gets down on his hands and knees and he reaches into the portable hole and he pulls out his warhammer.
Okay.
And then after doing a quick search to see if there's any gold, silver, jewels, anything else of interest that he should grab, maps, whatever, he'll pretty much just toss it in and then he'll pick up the thing.
Okay. Yeah, surprisingly enough, there's there doesn't, in the chest, which is open, there doesn't appear to be any like sacks. There's no money, there's no jewels or gems.
Wow, this guy's a cheapskate.
Yeah. You don't know where this guy was hiding stuff, but okay, so now this guy is effectively a prisoner in the portable hole. Okay,
he has 10 minutes before he starts to suffocate.
Okay, all right. That's your turn, I think.
Okay.
All of
so
that
I
stuff.
grab a hold of it, stuff it in my pocket, and grin because now I have my warhammer.
Okay. The frost giants. They will take attacks at the. They will make attacks with their great axes at the tentacles. That's a hit. That's a hit. So 16 and 29. That is 16 and 30 would be 46. So that's 45 damage. Jeez. Then this guy will make the other frost giant will make 2 great axe attacks. 13 will miss and a 15 will miss. Okay, so 2 swings, 2 misses. All right. Storm giant. The storm giants will they will make their way to the boat, and they will begin calling out in giant to the other giants. They say, "Lieges of King Hekaton, your conchs, use your conchs." And they say, "We will rescue the king." And so they kind of, so 2 of them will get over here, and these 2 will come over. These 2 will come over, and they will try to get at the chain here. So storm giants, 1 strength check, another strength check. Oh my golly, they can't bust that chain for anything. Okay. Krenraid, with that 1 chain on there, King Hekaton's hasn't changed. He's still just seemingly dead to the world. Cultists, I think they're all dead, except one of them is in this sack. The marrow, they flee. They just get out of there because of those tentacles. And the giants don't take opportunity attacks against them. And the fire giants, they will attack these tentacles once again. So fire giant Rathos or no Tartha. Okay. So 17 will miss, 15 will miss, then Rathos. 17 will miss, 30 will hit, so 23. Alright, so that's a 23 to this guy. Alright. Mulek. You are up. The ship is now definitely riding lower in the water. And you can start to see that there's some areas in the middle where some boards have sort of creaked in and water is sort of spraying into the hold of the ship.
Okay, I'm going to step up here so that I can see what's going on. I imagine I see the king there in some kind of stasis.
Yeah, you see the king in stasis, and there's 1 chain down here that is still fastened. The other 3 have been broken. And
go ahead.
And the king still seems to be in complete stasis.
Looking at the chain that hasn't been broken, does it look like, can I gauge whether or not if I were to try to attack it from a distance, the chance of doing damage to the king versus like breaking the chain? Is that, I mean, I imagine the shackle is probably pretty big.
The shackle is pretty big. It's like, it just seems like, and if you look at the 2 areas where the chain is broken up next to you, that are closest to you, you can see that where the links of the chain are broken, it's extremely shiny, and it kind of looks like there's this little residual, almost like little sparking of magical energy off of the ends of those chains. So you think that these chains have some kind of magical dwemer or enchantment on them.
All right. With that, then I'm just gonna go ahead and dispel magic at 5th level on those chains.
Ooh. Okay. You cast it on the one that's still fastened?
Yeah, but where I can see it shiny and active, and I know the other ones are broken, so I'm just going to cast it towards the one that's still fastened to them.
Okay, all right. You cast it at 5th level, and oh, God bless it! This stupid tool. The shackle just pops open. And as soon as the shackle pops open, King Hekaton, he blinks. And he just raises his fists and he slams them down on the deck. And he says, "Whoop." And he looks in your direction, Mulek, and he looks in your direction, Krenraid, and there is just murder in his eyes. However, his attention seems to be drawn toward the stern of the boat, and he points a finger at the half-orc that had been steering the ship, and he yells out in Giant, "Bring me his head!" And every single giant turns and looks at this guy, and you probably wouldn't want to be him right now, surrounded by these giants. And I'm sorry. This now is King Hekaton. He is now on the board. He is now on the board.
And after that, right. I would have jumped back next to Thaldohr.
Okay.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. And Krenraid, this is clearly a man who just has woken up in the middle of a furious rage.
Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes I have dreams, I'm fighting against a giant dragon or a giant marshmallow, and I get very angry when I wake up too. So no, I get it. It makes a lot of sense.
A giant marshmallow.
Critter's dreams in my mind are pretty vivid.
Okay, and so let's put
Stay Puff Monster.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's give
it just popped in there.
I couldn't help it. Ray.
Oh, the most cuddliest thing can never hurt us.
All right, so never and add this, and then go here, and then we'll just see where he went.
Thaldohr looks back at Mulek and goes, "You had to be fancy breaking that last chain, didn't you?"
Nah. Sometimes you get lucky.
Okay. All right. So, Falazure.
Mm-hmm.
The king is awake. The
Got it.
storm giants appear to be giving commands to the other giants. All of the defenders, except for this one poor surrounded half-orc, appear to be dead. And the king, he looks pissed. So...
Okay. Well...
So is
Man,
this guy
And
dead yet?
tentacles are grabbing the...
Okay.
I'm sorry, Heather, what did you say?
Is this guy dead?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's only been hit once. He's not even bloody.
I have an important question for you.
Yes.
Well, first of all, Falazure looks down at Kenraid and shouts, "Hey, Kenraid!
Oh?
What is a Kraken's go-to comfort food?"
Fish?
Fish and chips.
Ba-dum-bum.
And he gives you bardic inspiration.
Yeah, of course.
There we go.
There's nothing like a bit of slaughter with some laughter mixed in. I approve in every way.
Okay, so I do that. And the important question is, what does a Falazure as a lore bard know about Krakens?
They're good eating.
Go ahead and make me a Is there a I think we talked about this before. Is there a special roll you make for lore in this edition, or is it just like an intelligence check?
It could be survival, or it could be
It's typically history, religion,
or
something
history
like that.
or something like that. Yeah.
Like any of the intelligence things, or arcana, history, religion, nature, anything that, or investigation. Like investigation could also be, study of books in a different time. So it really is up to you what you want to have him roll, or he can suggest something as well. That's always a thing in D&D.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay. If that's all right, I can make either or. It doesn't matter.
Survival. Okay. You know that the largest krakens can easily destroy a full-size ship, which tracks with current experience. You also know that they have an incredibly powerful bite, and they can swallow a small giant with a bite.
Mm-hmm.
They oftentimes have magical abilities, and some of them very powerful. But the stories say that most of the time you have to see the Kraken's eye in order to be affected by its most powerful spells.
Okay.
And so far, all you can see of the Kraken are these tentacles.
Got it.
So yeah, that's about all you know.
Do I know if
Unless there's something specific you want to ask.
Would he know what languages such a legendary creature would speak?
Most of them are said to be telepathic. In addition to
with that roll, Would I know anything other than telepathic?
No. You really wouldn't.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what Falazure would do. Let's see. He's... When within 30 feet, I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
And the spell I would like to cast, since he's not sure if he can properly communicate with this thing, he's going to cast... As soon as I find it. I'm so sorry. I had it all read up, and then my turn comes, and then boom.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop.
okay.
I hate that. Whoop.
I know.
I did twice.
Charm monster.
If you could, Captain C always coming up with something.
Okay, DC 16, and because you guys are actively fighting it, it gets advantage on
It does get advantage, but I just want to let you know, I really debated about this with the boys, whether I wanted this spell or not, and here we go, so...
Okay, DC 16 Wisdom save with advantage. Okay, yeah, it shakes it off.
The fact that
I know I don't.
hold on. Is it resistance against charm? I get the feeling it probably is.
I have no idea. I mean, it's a Hail Mary. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with absolutely, that's what you should do as character, but I don't think a roll is necessarily needed.
What does Falazure do when shit hits the fan? He tries to charm his way out of it.
So...
With Chronal Shift. Ooh.
Chronal Shift, that is an 11.
Yep.
That fails.
Really?
And
Well, no, I think it rolls. It rolls again.
No.
it rolls
No, it takes
again.
the second roll. The target must use the roll of the second roll, but it had advantage, so I don't know how that...
So I think it. I can't remember if it rolls.
Okay, so yeah, it
rolls again.
gets a roll.
You are correct.
Oh! I'm a fucking legend with the love of a wizard.
Oh my god!
Okay. So the entire ocean, those of you who are within about so Thaldohr is close enough. Mulek might be close enough. I don't think Crenraid is close enough. I don't think Bell is close enough. You sort of hear Falazure's armor vibrate in a way that sounds like a voice. And the voice says, "What is thy bidding, my master?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Thaldohr just like puts his hand to his face and goes, "No, he fucking didn't."
Some demigod kraken that isn't immune to charm. My god!
Wow.
It has immunity to being frightened and paralyzed. Doesn't have resistance or immunity to being charmed.
Falazure just says...
This is
He
a
just
story
says-
to tell. Wait a minute, hold on. And then you hear Thaldohr go, "Now this is the hell of a story to tell at the bar later."
So there I was.
Falazure's just like, he's just like, "All right, now simmer down, calamari," and that's it. I don't think I can't command it, but it is friendly to me, and I say, "All right." He yells out, "Nobody touch this damn Kraken. He is friendly."
And so, like, do you say, "Hey, let go of the boat, man," or something like that? Do you communicate some thought like that to?
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. I'm like, "Hey,
I
man."
don't think letting go would be a really good thing if it's already damaged the boat a lot.
Well, I don't know.
It's done some damage. It has. I mean, the boat is not cracked in two or anything.
What is the farthest away like sea/ocean I can think of that Falazure would know? I had to roll again.
No. You would know the. You would probably know. Pull up that map that you got the other week, and find that bay. The name of that bay down by Cholt.
I'm getting to go fight the dragon turtle.
Oh yeah, tell it to go attack the dragon.
I can't command it to.
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
no, that's
Ask
true.
it
Yeah, it's
to.
just charmed. He's right.
Say, hey, we know somebody that wants to peek with you, and to tell him
He has an advantage, and he can persuade the Kraken to do
you
something.
could.
Yeah.
So, okay, Falazure. Let's think about the most immediate concerns here.
Right.
The first thing he'd do, probably, or yes or no, would he say anything about stopping the attack some way or another? Communicate, hey, we're here. Don't hurt us. We're on the boat or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were my friend, man. Why are you attacking the boat?
Okay. Yeah. So what? However,
Hey man, why are
he
you
would
rocking the
phrase-
boat?
Okay. So then, as soon as that happens, the tentacles begin to loosen on the boat, and they go away, and the fire giant looks over at Falazure and looks at the stone giant, and the stone giant looks at Falazure and looks over where the tentacles are retreating, and they both say out loud in giant, they say, "You've got to be kidding me."
Thaldohr's just shaking his head. I don't understand a word they're saying, but I'm just shaking my head.
All right. So, the captain is dead. The king is going to make a okay.
I see those daggers, King. I'm on your side.
The king is just going to look at his allies with this look like, sorry, but you're in the way, and he holds out a hand, and a bolt of lightning streaks from his hand and strikes this half-orc. And attack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make a I'm gonna give you advantage because you're underneath the deck, but you are within 10 feet of the point that he did. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save.
Oh my god.
DC 17.
Thank God I had.
I did advantage, yeah. Whoa.
Okay, so our 12d8. 41 points of damage. So you take 20 points. Let's see, Rool. He fails. He takes 41. And yeah, and the other giants there, they kind of they jump back a little bit, but they all get singed.
Wow, nice king.
And
He's a bit peeved.
yeah, and the king will then just move up. And will he can't make a grapple attack because he used his spell ability. All right, Bell, you're up. The creaking of the boat appears to have stopped. But there is still a fight going on. So we're going to change this battle music a little bit since the tentacles have gone away. Belle, what would you like to do?
I'll kind of like just stand there and just look at where all the tentacles were, and then look back at Falazure, and then look back at where the tentacles were, and say, "Well, at least I'm not gonna get wet today." But Falazure, and she kind of like chuckles at him, but she'll say, "Well, I can be good too. If you want me to do anything, just let me know." And she'll just try. She won't do anything. She just doesn't know what to do because she's not wanting to get away in the way of the giants.
I think we need to gather together as a party and be very afraid.
Very afraid.
Okay.
She'll jump down on top of like the dead things and just have a squish of a landing.
Okay. All right. No spells or anything else?
No. But do you want me to roll the acrobatics to make sure they land?
Sure. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
She is too bad. She's nimble as a cat.
Too bad. All right. This half-orc looks at the giants surrounding him and goes, no, and he tries to jump off the ship. However, he gets opportunity attack, and opportunity attack. 4 opportunity attacks against an AC of 15, and he's got 17 hit points left. Yeah, he just somehow before he ever hits the water, he's dead. King Hekaton looks around at the rest of the giants, and he says, "Kill the crew, scuttle the ship, and what are these small folk doing?"
Saving your ass!
I'll kind of just wave and say, "I know your daughters." Peace.
And a couple of the storm giants will hold up hands and point at him, and he suddenly starts to look, and he says, If you have the means, meet us in Maelstrom. My lieges, come with me. Use your conchs." And the giants all they pull out their conchs of teleportation, and they will link up. The 2 fire giants will get together. The 2 stone giants will get together. The storm giants, they just jump into the water. The 2 frost giants will get together. and then they just start to kind of one by one they blow on their conchs and they begin to disappear.
Good job, Brax.
All right. So let's see. GM. These guys will begin to. Yeah, these guys are already together. So GM, and GM, and then King Hekaton will step up here, and he will look at down at Krenraid, and he will say, "Master Dwarf,
Hello.
long has it been since one of my kind has been in debt to one such as you. I am told by my warriors from Maelstrom, you helped to find me and rescue me."
Well, I mostly just did the heavy lifting of like the heavy objects, and then I used my hammer a few times. The guys back there did most of the whole organizing the guys and, helping out. But yeah, happy to help you. I don't know many giants. I worked for a fortress once, but you seem like my kind of guy, big and strong, up for a good brawl. That's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes. And then he sort of looks at the others, and he sees this whole swirl of things flying around. And he sort of like makes sure he doesn't get too close to that, and he says, "Who is your leader?" Sort of looking.
I just point at Falazure.
Yeah, it's probably that guy. He's like the singer and the main singer in the band, so probably him.
Sorry.
Really offended by that.
I am the leader.
Neener.
I mean, he's the lead singer, so in Krimmer's mind, leader? Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Belle kind of just wave her hand in those three's direction. She's like, they all play their part of their leader.
And the king says, what are you named?" Looking at Falazure. "What are you called?"
Well,
Some call me Tim.
people call me
Figure.
Falazure Ardenaeus, but my friends call me Fala. Pleasure to meet you.
Fala, it's good to meet you. You have a conch of teleportation.
Well, I got a helmet of teleportation.
Hey,
And
you guys also do.
It's
have
like,
a
we got a
conch.
con.
I reach
Okay.
is he speaking in common? I'm assuming he's speaking in common. So
Yeah, he
I will
is
have-
speaking in common.
I will have reached into the bag when he said that, and I would hold up the conch that we've got.
Okay. And he says, "Good. Gather your allies. Meet us in Maelstrom. We have much to discuss. I would like to hear the full story. Do you have use of this ship?"
Well, I'm not really sure how we'd get it anywhere in time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never sweet talked to Kraken before, and I don't think it's going to last very long to you know what I mean. So I think we should get the 9 Hells out of here.
Let's take a quick look before.
And the king says, "Very well. I give you whatever treasure you can find, and if you let her sink or you burn her or whatever, I don't care."
Well, we will be rid of this very painful memory.
Yes. And then he looks around to the other storm giants and he says, "Whale riders, with me." And they all jump off of the boat and they all start swimming away.
So
That was
about
your
this
turn.
time, this is when Tack comes out and is kind of like, "What did I miss?"
Oops, yeah, that guy went away too.
Does he still have his chains on him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's still got his...
Thaldohr is going to walk up suspiciously, look his chains up and down. Do I see any like locks or anything on the shackles that I can undo?
You see some locks, and you see the corpse of the captain over here.
Yeah, so I slyly search the captain's corpse for keys.
Yeah, there's some keys.
Okay, so I look, well, real quick, I look at, what is Thrush?
Say what?
What's your character's name?
Tack.
Hack. So I go, "What's your name, half-orc?"
"Oh, I've been named Karaticus Bottle Sunder, but you can call me Tack."
Tack.
What?
I thought you said tack. I'm hearing
No. Tack.
AC.
Like you
TAC.
put a tack
TAC.
in you put a tack in wood.
tack.
tack.
T-A. Okay. got you.
Karaticus. Tack.
Karaticus.
Tic-tac-toe.
Tack. Got you. Well, if I'm to let you out of your chain, can you promise not to harm me and my friends?
Oh! Let's just put it this way. I was tending bar, and there was a little bit of a scuffle amongst the patrons, and some damage got done, and, well, they decided that they were going to, since they lost a member of their crew, I was the next best thing to be on board their ship, so I be shanghaied.
Oh, so you were kidnapped.
No. So, no idea if my job is still back at port or not. Doubt it.
So, what do you think, guys? Should I let him out?
Yeah, let him go. I mean, he's clearly like a prisoner already.
Let's secure the ship first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe there's some
and
other
about
guys
that point in
sneaking
time,
around.
Tack goes, "Oh, I should probably let him out." He goes
Let
over.
who out?
Just a moment, and he goes over. He pulls out this black silk hanky and kind of like stacks it up to the wall, and then reaches inside and pulls the cultist out
He pulls a cultist out.
of this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he pulls the
What's
cultist
in the
out.
bag?
That's going.
Let me ask you something, Falazure. Are you keeping the Spirit
drops
Guardians up? Okay. So I'll just go to your token.
Good question.
And to do that.
Belle wants.
Okay,
she's
there we go.
using
And well, and when they said, "Well, get who out?" and you'll go, "Oh, one of the ship crew that went and hid in the captain's quarters and was so scared that he was like huddled in a ball. I felt so bad I couldn't leave him."
Yeah, he is just still in sort of that fetal position,
meanwhile,
just
here's
sort of
Tack
curled up.
holding this balled up creature, basically this cultist who's still sitting there going, "Ah, ah, ah."
Yeah.
I think he needs some help. He might have shot himself.
Oh, that's not my area of expertise. I think I'll leave that for you. You got that covered, right? Yeah, it's fine.
So, I mean, you do technically now have a prisoner. What you guys decide to do with him, whether you think it would be worth trying to take him to Maelstrom or doing something else with him.
Let's tie them both up. Keep an eye on them, and then search the ship. Yeah, let's get out of here while that Kraken's still, not here.
Yeah, it's not. That magic's not going to hold that long, so might want to get a move on it.
So you was finger waggling that made the tentacles go away. Because I didn't really get to see what happened. I was too busy trying to break the chain.
Yeah, that's a little trick up my sleeve I've been holding on to for a while.
You could speak to tentacle?
No, Henry, that's not how that works.
No, I'm not very good at the whole finger waggling stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Anyway, that's very impressive.
If I cast suggestion magic on him, then he would have to understand me, apparently, according to the way the magic works. But I wasn't sure about what knowledge I know about Krakens. Hell, I mean, I don't think many people meet one and live to tell about it. So I wasn't too sure. So
you weren't talking to the tentacles. You were talking to the thingy that was connected to him.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
maybe the Kraken isn't such a bad guy then. If you were able to tell him to go away, and he just went away.
Yeah, you saw what happened to the captain, right?
No.
Oh. Well, Henry, Kraken might be one of the worst monsters / entities we could possibly fight. Let me put it to you that way. You know how wonderful and powerful dragons are?
Yeah, but how did you get him to go away then?
He's Captain Charisma.
Oh, okay. So like when we ordered the free booze and we got the hot wings as well. Okay, yeah, no, I get it now.
Hey, Thaldohr, you want to come help me? Let's look over the ship while these guys are talking.
Yeah, I'll tie them up. Hold on. You two stay right there.
I'm gonna put on my I'm gonna put on my spectacles and I have identify up while we're walking around.
Oh, okay.
No. Sorry, not identify. Oh, dang! I don't. No, I meant to.
One that looks for magical objects.
Yeah. While they were talking, I would have cast detect magic, so I would have that going.
We just lose now.
Ivy.
Cast it, yeah.
We lost Gally for a second.
Oh no!
Oh no, I'm back.
He's back.
All right.
How's the stream looking?
Stream seems to be okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to do detect magic, not identify.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think I taxed the poor
The music
thing with this. Okay, come on, you dumb thing.
It's all good. So you cast detect magic, Mulek, as we're searching around.
Yep. You're gonna. I grab you and hey, you look for any traps or any secret compartments. I'll be looking to see if anything glows or gives off any kind of magical essence.
That I can do.
Okay.
I would like to assist Thaldohr.
Okay.
In his search. However, I do that. I guess just help keep an eye out or whatever.
All right.
19 passive perception. Ain't much I can't see.
All right. These guys are suddenly going to appear in the air.
I was wondering where they were at.
The dragons come down and they say, they're in their dragon form and they say, We saw tentacles. We thought you all were. We thought we were going to need to intervene, but what happened?
I point at Falazure as I'm walking away with Mulek. We're going to go look. I just say, in Draconic, I yell, Lord Felagos, Falazure, ask him. And we walk away.
Okay.
I know Mulek can understand me, but Falazure can't, so that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Apparently,
Tack's kinda
Falazure got
standing there
like
going, what? There's
Falazure apparently got like a combo deal, and the Kraken left.
Okay. They go. Oh, that sounds like an incredible story. Right. As you walk around and you look, there's a portable holes in extra dimensional space, so nothing inside there will register.
After he took the guy out and put his warhammer away, he pulled out tools to start taking his chains off.
Right.
And then took down the little portable hole and stuffed it in his pocket. So
And then Ray ties you up again. Unless you put up a fight.
basically, Tack looks up at him and goes, "Oi!"
Okay, hey, the rest of you guys, Krenray's trying to. This is mainly at Thaldohr. Thaldohr, you've talked with this. Are you okay with Krenray tying up this half-orc?
I look at Crenraid as I'm getting ready to search. Is like, he's harmless, Crenraid. Trust me, if he puts a toe out of line, you can smack him with your maul. I don't think he's that much trouble.
I'm pretty sure he's a prisoner too, but, our experiences haven't been great.
I know, so you can handle it yourself. You're a big dwarf. You know how to handle yourself with the maul.
I am a big dwarf.
Right. If he gets out of line, just smack him, but I don't think he's going to be any trouble. So
What about the other guy? That's, a bit.
Other guy. I don't know.
The cultist tie up.
Oh,
that's Tack kind of waving at him, going, "Just tie him up."
So Tack, you see real quick, Thaldohr comes over, takes Jangles the keys, unlocks your manacles and stuff, and lets you go.
Oh, well, I thank you. Oh, and by the way, if you're searching for things downstairs or down below in the hold, if you go behind, there's a bunch of barrels, and they're marked with wine. And if you go behind the last one, there's a small little keg. It's got some of the best ale.
Well,
I'm not carrying.
I'm not looking for alcohol as much, right?
Yeah, go get that.
but I'm looking for more important things. But that's a nice sentiment.
Oh, like, and about this time he goes, oh yeah. he pulls out the hanky, flaps it down, reaches in, rummages around, and pulls out the spell book like this.
And then I say, "Can I have that, please?"
Sure.
So I
and then
grab
he goes
it
back to rummaging for whatever else he pulled and threw.
I yell at Mulek, come look at this.
He pulls out, if there were maps or whatever, he pulls those out too.
We'll just hold on to those. But Mulek, I think this is right up your wheelhouse, and I hand it to Mulek.
Does it give off any aura?
When you take it in your hands, it's definitely a spell book. But it is not in and of itself magical. Obviously, it's got magical spells inscribed into it.
And it's at that point that I'll cast Identify immediately to see if there's anything that would, show that it would see if anything's armed, to see if I were to open that book, if it were to do anything.
Okay. Let me take a look. What was your... You did 1 minute, one object. Okay. Yeah, you don't sense anything. And you open it up, And it has the following spells, which are in a private message that
Okay.
is sent to you now.
All right.
So that is what you have in there. All right, you guys were going to go down and
search the cabin. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The captain's cabin. I'm going to ping on the map here. Captain's cabin. You don't find anything of. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry because I was on the wrong line. You don't find anything of value there.
It looks completely emptied.
Yeah. The cabin up front where the crew was, there's really nothing there. Nothing worth speaking of. You go in here, and this appears to be the first mate's cabin. So this is the other half work. And in the first mate's cabin, sparsely furnished, it contains a hammock, a wooden treasure chest with a built-in lock, and a rug made from a yeti's hide.
Ooh. Hey, I can work on the chest. Throw that rug in the bag.
What bag?
You want
I'm
to
not with you.
pick it up, throw it in my bag, the Yeti rug?
Yeah, throw that rug in your bag.
All right. We got one Yeti rug.
Nice. And then so Thaldohr's going to try to crack the lock on the chest.
Okay.
You have a whole thing of keys.
Oh, and I have the captain's keys. I don't have the other keys.
Well, he's dead on the deck.
This is the first mate's, not the captain's.
No, the first mate.
No, the first mate jumped into the water.
Jumped in the water.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
And yeah, he was hacked to pieces by giants.
Gotcha.
Before he hit the water. All right. Okay. You start to jimmy the lock.
Wait.
And what? Go ahead.
That wasn't me.
I told you I was going to assist Thaldohr, so I've been falling around. It's like, hold up, Thaldohr. Maybe we should let Mulek check that see if it's trapped or anything. Or, I mean, magically.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
if I magic on.
Yeah, if I see it, it would show, and I would say something.
Okay, so you're right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
And magic is also up, so you would see any magical trace.
Yeah.
Unless there was a shell of dispersion or something.
Yeah, there's no magical glow from on the chest or from inside the chest that you can tell.
Yeah, it's really magic.
With 19 passive perception, could I tell if it's trapped? Or do I need to roll for it?
Okay. I realize we've been using passive versus active perception a little bit incorrectly. If you tell me specifically you're looking for something, that's always going to be an active perception check. A passive is just if you notice something that is in the environment. So
14.
if you
And I have a question. If I was assisting him, can he have advantage on that or no?
if you're assisting on it, tell me how you assist him with the.
I give him guidance.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. If that grants advantage, it does. If it grants a bonus, then
Guidance grants a bonus, isn't it? A D4.
It's a D4, but I just said earlier I would help you search and do whatever you needed. But it's all up to you how you want to do it.
Yeah, if it's an actual spell effect that gets a bonus, then he would get a bonus on that.
Got it.
So
15.
Okay. I need to change this. There we go. All right.
And hold on a second. Before I know if this passes or fails, let me see if I can actually do this. I would like to use Bardic Inspiration on him before I know if it passes or fails.
So you're trying to give me Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah, and he needs
Okay.
to do it before the roll. Oh, before
Yeah,
the
before
outcome, sorry.
knowing. Yeah.
Before I know the outcome.
before you know the outcome. So yeah,
And,
go ahead.
I'll say, he touches you on the shoulder and he says, "Let me help you out, brother."
That's fine. And what is that, a D8 from you now? D8.
Mhm.
So you're at a 15. 7. You're at a 22.
There we go.
Okay. All right. You look at it, and you're bending down there, and you're looking in the keyhole, and it's like, yeah, it looks kind of like a normal lock. And then he touches you on the shoulder, and you look back, and then you look back at it, and you go, wait a minute, there's something not right about that. And you realize, okay, there's a mechanical trap in this lock. It's not a magical trap, it's a mechanical trap. So, you know that now that you have a mechanical trap, you know that you can attempt to disable the trap.
Yes.
So at that point, I'm going to hand him one of my pills and say, "Here, I'll help you. This will help." Calm
Oh, yeah.
nerves."
Oh, yeah.
So Thaldohr, you say it's trapped?
It's got a mechanical trap. If anybody could break it, it could be me and Mulek. That's not too difficult. If it was something worse, I'd be worried, but it's mechanical.
Okay. Not only does Falazure reach out and touch you on the shoulder again, I'm going to give you guidance and another Bardic Inspiration.
You are so drugged up right now.
Okay. Guidance won't stack.
No, because Mulek's already given me guidance.
So he's got.
Okay, I'll just give you Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, Bardic will help. That's
Okay.
a D8.
Yeah.
So, and what am I
And
rolling?
that's your third that you've done. You're making a roll to remove traps.
That's
What
my
is
last. That's my
sleight
last
of hand?
Sleight of hand, yeah. Okay, so it's the last Bardic Inspiration from
Correct.
Falazure for the day. Or until the next rest.
Wow, this is some shitty
14.
rolls tonight. 14
Okay.
plus the
Hold
D8.
on.
Come on.
You get a D. Oh, did you add the D4?
I'm about to add the D4 and the D8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Now, when this group tries
20.
to accomplish an objective, really comes together.
21.
21. Okay. You twist in there, and
Can I
there's
give
this,
him Can I give him my inspiration?
No, wait. Just let him finish.
there's
Okay.
there's this satisfying little click
Okay.
that you know that you've now disarmed the trap and simultaneously unlocked the lock.
Yep. And you just see,
Alright.
you see Thaldohr just smile and flip
Hey.
the lid open.
Okay, as you flip the lid open, there is a metal canister attached to the backside of the lock, and affixed to the underside of the lid. And there is some writing on there in there's writing on there in a script that you remember seeing from the Underdark city that you were in, but I don't know what languages you.
Undercommon? I can speak Undercommon.
Okay, no, it's not that. Do you have
Or
any other
Thieves'
language?
Cant, Elvish, Draconic.
No.
Can I see the writing from where I'm at?
You're right behind me. I imagine you could.
You guys can all see it.
Okay, I speak Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Uncommon.
Nope.
All right, I'm.
And
I'm
Mulek,
gonna-
you're there.
Yeah.
Mulek, you're there.
Yeah.
What
Common,
languages?
Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish. But I don't-
Dwarvish. So it's Dwarvish script, and you read on there in Dwarvish script. It says, "Caution, Gorgon gas."
Oh God.
What?
Oh
This is
no.
this is Gorgon gas.
What is Gorgon gas? Would I know?
Dude, I don't.
I
I
mess
don't
with poisons.
If you know what a Gorgon is, you would probably know, but that one might be either an intelligence or a survival check. To
I'll
see
make
if
an
you know what a
intelligence check.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do an intelligence check too, I guess. I mean, yeah.
I know what. We all know who the
I
hell
have
Demogorgon
no idea.
is.
Yeah, we do know what a demon Gorgon is.
Is this just a straight up intelligence check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
History,
Yeah, it says-
just intelligence. Got it.
Might have been better with history. I have a +7 to history.
Actually for the lore bard, history probably would work. So you can.
What about
Go ahead,
for me?
Falazure.
What
I don't
about
think
for Mulek?
survival doesn't really apply to this. So
Be nature probably or intelligence check, just to see if you've ever read about it.
Oh, there goes Mulek. Yeah, Mulek would know.
Yeah. Mulek, yes. A Gorgon is a magical creature. It looks something like a bull, but its hide is covered in metal plates, and it has horns, and then it exhales a petrifying breath through its nostrils. And basically, if you fail the Constitution save, you are turned to stone.
So
Ooh,
yeah,
so thank goodness.
This is petrifying gas that could turn you to stone.
Ooh, I
Wow.
wonder if we could take and use that somehow.
Thaldohr, that'd be a great I don't know, like some kind of grenade or trap you could use in the future or something.
That would be slick. We've already disarmed it. Would it be easy for me to get off and put it into the bag of holding?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And yeah, we put it in the bag of holding.
Yep. So you
So
throw
what
it
would
in
I
there.
describe it as?
Gorgon gas canister.
Gorgon,
Like what?
canister of Gorgon gas.
Okay.
And then remind me
Disarm that
sometime.
trap.
Yeah, remind me sometime, and I'll give you the stats on that.
What's
All right.
cool is
There.
if they fail that saving throw, they're petrified until freed by greater restoration or other magic.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I gave you freaking inspiration.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus.
All right.
So what do we find in the chest for all that trouble?
There's three compartments in the chest. The first has a sack, and you open it, and it has 180 gold pieces. Second, it looks like a collection of daggers. None of them have the patina of magical daggers, but for some reason he's collected these daggers. They're not a match set. No two are alike. You don't know why he collected these daggers. And the third contains a marked deck of playing cards. So cards for cheating. A wooden case that contains a very nice spyglass, a quill, and a jar of a jar of something that clearly it's in an ink bottle, but it doesn't look like ink, and a diary that has a black leather cover.
I take it off.
Do any of those show any magical essence?
No.
Okay. None of this appears to be magical.
This Kraken chose this jerk. Wait.
No, this was the first mate, not the captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the half orc. He seems like a guy after my own heart. So I think I know what to do with this and put all this to good use. But I will get this, and I hold up the ink file. I will get this checked out eventually. I think this might have some pretty potent things with it. It's not just ink. But other than that, that's not a bad little haul. And I throw the bag of gold to Mulek. Here's your 180 gold, Mulek. Have fun.
I'll throw it in the loot.
That'll work.
Okay. And the inside the diary, there are there's all these elaborate plots on how and why he's going to murder the captain. The captain calls him half-breed and blames him for everything that goes wrong on the ship, and sends him to do all of the dangerous work. He's like, one day, Captain, one day, I'm just going to drive a dagger right through your spine. He writes, and he's like underlines that, it's like clearly this is angry writing.
Yeah.
And,
As I read that, I'm like, you did get to do that.
Yeah. And then he also mentions that the captain claims to have a direct line of communication to an entity called Slarkrethel, and he has sometimes seen the captain slump over with a nosebleed, and so he thinks that that might be some kind of powerful entity, and it's like he doesn't want anything to do with this Slarkathel, although he's part of the Kraken Society. He's like, nope, I don't want it to talk to me at all.
So I tell the guys, I'm like, that's interesting. I think we need to get the hell out of here and get back to Maelstrom. Like, stat. We ain't got long, do we, Thally?
Well, not too much longer. What? So this Kraken's name was Slark.
Yeah.
Slarkrenthal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Slarkrethel.
Right. Well, good. I just wanted a name to put behind the story.
Well, I'm amazed. You never cease to amaze me.
All right, so the we've gone a little bit over. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. The dragons say they're going to fly back to the castle. Then you guys can use. Oh, well, you guys have one conch of teleportation, and there's. Oh yeah, and there's no giant. So yes, everybody, including the new half-orc, could go with you to Maelstrom. Actually, including the half-orc and the prisoner, the cultist, if you want to take him to sort of answer for the activities of the cult. Absolutely. Or if you want to deal with the prisoner now and just not take him there.
You can feed him to the Kraken. As I look at Falazure, we can always feed him to your Kraken, buddy.
And you guys have have been able to tell now when you go down to the lowest part of the hold. Oh yeah, and then from what Tack was telling you, it's not in the book, but I talked about it for his solo thing, so I'm going to go ahead and put paid to that. You find I'm going to say 6 barrels of wine worth total of 200 GP. One small barrel of ale worth 40 GP. All right. So, if you guys want to put that in any of your carrying things. You have a portable hole. You have the bag of holding, perhaps more than one bag of holding. So.
Oh, horse, mine.
Okay. All right. So that is that. And then as you're collecting all that stuff, you notice that water is coming in. And now in the bottom hold, water is about 2 or 3 inches deep. So the ship is taking on water. It's going to sink without any further intervention.
Mm-hmm.
So you just leave it to its fate. Let it slip beneath the waves after you're gone.
Yeah. I gather everybody within 10 feet of me as a Falazure.
Okay.
Before we go, I'd like to carve Krenraid was here into the side of the ship.
I start laughing.
Okay. You do, and you activate your Helm of Teleportation, and you guys find yourselves in the teleportation area of Maelstrom. Right.
Definitely
over
doesn't carve
here.
his name into the boat because he's made an enemy for life.
Okay.
Yeah.
that is where we are going to leave our session. Players, I'm sorry we didn't get a break, but God, that's the only bad thing about having so many people in a battle is it takes so long to do anything.
It was action all the way through. There's
It was
nothing to
great.
apologize
Yeah,
for. It was
yeah.
really fun.
It was good.
All right, good. Glad you guys enjoyed it. And viewers, thank you for hanging out with us.
Night,
Hope
everybody.
you enjoyed the fight tonight. It's like when you have a number of giants added to the party, it makes that a much more lopsided fight. And even with something like the Spirit Guardians, that just eliminates so many of those cultists because they were there. And unfortunately, they were stomped on so much by the giants that you didn't notice that among the Kraken Society cultists, there were 2 cultists of the dragon that were also part of that crew. So that could have been a possibility for you, but you guys didn't notice it. So, all right, everyone. Have a great week. Now, next week, we're coming into the holidays. Christmas is on Saturday. But for the purposes of this game, is anybody going to be traveling for the holidays and would miss Thursday?
I would.
Or, okay. Is
I'll be
anybody
here.
else traveling?
No, I'm gonna be at home.
I'm going to be on the road Thursday night heading home.
I've got a couple of weeks off because, like you, I had to take the weeks, the time off. Otherwise, I just lose at the end of the year. So,
okay. But are you staying home? Or are you traveling anywhere?
I'll be here. Well, I'm traveling, but I'll be
available.
available to play.
Okay, you'll be available to play. All right. All right.
Next Thursday, if we play, I will be late.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Go
free
ahead.
for the next 3.5 weeks, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Then we will probably go ahead and play next week if nothing else has changed, since we will probably only be down 1 player for sure. Let me know during the week if anything changes, and I'll update the schedule accordingly. All right. And Paul, anything coming up that you want to let people know about in the next week on other streams that you participate in?
Yep. So, luckily, we have a stream that doesn't conflict with Gaijin Games. We're playing The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We are currently in Prismere, which is our first kind of like interaction with the Feywild. And Adam, our GM, is a wonderfully evil man and loves abusing the Feywild to its absolute fullest. So we're having a great time experiencing that Alice in Wonderland crazy bullshit. And I adore that, so I'm having a great time. That's 8 p.m. East CST. So that's Eastern Standard Time, sorry, EST. At Gaijin Games on Twitch.
Okay.
So Feywild Shenanigans.
All right. And then Dorsapir or Michael, what's going on Dorsapir channel?
It's been crazy the past couple of weeks. I haven't really streamed much of anything. Health and family have come first. But I will try this week to either get some Sea of Thieves up or some other games. AOE 4 has been great. Halo Infinite. I'm a variety gamer, so we'll see if I actually get to stream something this week before Christmas. So
okay. All right. So we put that in the chat as well. And then here we are going to be playing on Saturday night in our Saturday Night Greyhawk game. They have actually gotten into a fight. They're in the middle of a fight in that one, and they are exploring the dungeons underneath the Temple of Elemental Evil now. So they're getting into the heart of the adventure, which is kind of cool. We then on Sunday, we're in our planeswalking game. They had a big fight with a giant tortoise that potentially could have gone really bad, except for the party finding sort of the kryptonite that worked against that tortoise and kept it from basically turning everybody against each other and making them all bring each other to the tortoise as food. It has an effect, basically an effect mass dominate person, because it's based on a second edition monster. So it basically, out of the party and the allies, there were like 3 people that made their saves. Everybody else failed. So they were all looking at how do they go and feed these other people to the tortoise, except that one of the people that made it save hit it with a huge amount of spell damage and broke its concentration. And so that severed the dominate person effect. And then they realized that it wasn't immune to being stunned. So once they were able to get it stunned, it basically was just a big bag of hit points getting pummeled. So I like to do that. I like to give monsters scary abilities that if they land, okay, could go really bad, but not to make them invincible. There's always kind of a weakness if the party can find out what that weakness is and exploit that. So that was fun to see. Then Monster Monday, we're going to be looking at another creature on Monster Monday. I forget what it is. I'm not going to look it up. And then we'll be back next Thursday night, as far as we know, for another edition of Sword Coast Chronicles. I am going to see if anybody is streaming some D&D, and we will go raid them. So let's see. All right. Okay, we have some. Ooh. Out of the Abyss. Hey, there we go. Let's go raid Sunnyside Up. So we'll do Sunnyside Up 8889 is playing through Out of the Abyss. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next time, we hope. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Good night.
All right. Thank you.